Assalamualaikum and hi everyone, I am Shahira. So my group and I will present composition and benefit of Google, an American multinational technology company which is commonly known as the Internet search engine. It was designed to find many kinds of information such as maps, location, websites and videos. Google's platform focuses on the industry of artificial intelligence and it was founded on 4 September 1998 and which has operated for 23 years old. And the founders were Larry Page and Sergey Brin. The headquarters of Google is located at Mountain View, California with a total number of employees 139,995. Moreover, all the products and services are served worldwide. For example, in education, we have Google Meet and Google Classroom, Google Workspace for businesses, and for documentation, we can use Google News and Google Scholar. Now, let's moving on to the history of Google. The story begins in 1995 at Stanford University by two computer students named Larry Page and Sergey Brin, which both are computer scientists and internet entrepreneurs. Then in 1996, they start to be a partnership and began working on a computer program named Backup. So basically, Backup used links to track and record data on the internet. Next, in the year 1997, the domain name changed to Google. Here is one of the untold stories. At first, Page and Brin wants to change Backup to Google, which is the digit 1 followed by 100 and it represents their mission, which is to organize the world's information and make it universally accessible and useful. But however, it was misspelled Google to Google and they still maintain that name until now. In 1997 also, they received their first investment worth $100,000 by Sun Microsystem and used it to upgrade their office in the garage owned by Susan, which is now a CEO of YouTube. In 1998, Google filed for incorporation Google Inc. Inc. stands for Incorporated and used when the company is legally established. In 2005, Google was valued at nearly $52 billion, making them the world's biggest media companies to achieve that value. Google then operated over 70 offices in more than 41 countries in 2014, and in 2015, they formed Alphabet Inc. as their parent company. Next, in introduction, we also have organizational structure. It is the way in which job tasks are formally divided, grouped, and coordinated. Google is highly decentralized, where the decision-making is pushed down to managers to the work groups. It acts faster to solve problems, and anyone in the organization can give ideas. They use hierarchical structures, start with employees at the bottom level, supervisors in the middle, and managers at the upper level, which is above all of employees and supervisors. The approach used is top-down approach, meaning that the senior executives set goals and objectives, and then the work assigned by middle management and down to the employees to delegate the tasks. Moreover, Google Incorporation has a cross-functional or team-based structure that technically applies in matrix structure. Matrix structure combines functional and product departmentalization and also considering the degree of flatness. Flatness means Google's employees or groups can directly communicate with higher management by passing the middle level. Functional structure is when Google groups employees by their similar roles, specialties, and tasks. For example, sales operation group, engineering and design group, and also product management group. While product structure is when they group the employees into the project, for example, to develop Pixel devices. Now let's moving on to the last part in introduction, which are mission, vision and value. The mission is organize the world's information and make it universally accessible and useful, while the vision is to provide access to the world's information in just one click. The value applied in Google are great is not good enough, next focus on the user or else will follow, it is best to do one thing really well, and then fast is better than slow, democracy on the web works, and you can make money without doing evil, and there's always more information, the need for information crosses all borders, and lastly, you can be serious without a suit.
Next, I will proceed with composition component. As we already know, Google is one of the famous online search platforms that consists of massive data search that need to be recorded and monitored by many people. Hence, Google consists of 139,995 number of employees who work in that company. Therefore, Google compensate their worker with three main key of compensation component, which are the salary, bonus, and equity. The first component is salary. As to be highlighted, the company will give their worker based on the external factor of salary, which can be vary according to the role, job level, location, and also based on geographic region. In fact, there are 11 of job position in Google's company. Therefore, the salary will give based on the job level position. As it go higher, the greater the amount of the salary. Meanwhile, if it based on the location and geographic region, when the company is stated in the middle of bustling city, the worker will be compensated with higher income since their living standards are higher. Next composition is a bonus. The bonus is intended to recognize excellent performers based on their specific accomplishment throughout the previous cycle, either annually or quarterly. The bonus is not guaranteed and might be differ from year to year. As for Google, they will give their employees a bonus annually, and the percentage of bonus will be given according to their level of job position. For instance, people with Google level 3, 4, and 5 will get 15% of bonus from their base salary. Meanwhile, level 6 will get 20% and level 7 of job position will compensate for 25% of bonus. In addition, Google also offers a signing bonus to everyone who intends to join working in the Google company. Lastly, equity compensation or Google stock units. This is quite rare for another company but not for Google. They also compensate their worker with equity, which the equity is not in the form of cash money. In fact, it is in the form of company stock units, which represent the ownership of the firm. They will own a share with a small percentage compared to the top management. Now, I will move to the next slide. Pay level is a key element in an organization compensation hierarchy that is used to signify differences in compensation owing to the smallest conceivable change in job specification. Pay level often grow as an organization structure rises. As mentioned before from the previous slide, Google job structure consists of 11 levels of job position, and each level has their own specific rate of total compensation. The total compensation will vary as the company grows or the market share of the company increases. The calculation of compensation for every level will be base salary annually added with the percentage of the bonus and equal to the total compensation of every employee of all levels. For instance, for Google level 2, their annual base salary is 73,500. Meanwhile, the bonus is 15% from the base salary. Therefore, the total annual compensation will be 84,525 after added the base salary and the bonus.
Assalamualaikum and hi. Let's move on to my part. I'm Nurul Fatiha, the presenter for Pay Mix and Pay Structure. To begin with, the purpose of Pay Mix is to help establish a motivating risk or reward proposition for employees with influence over sales outcomes. The higher the job's influence, the higher the incentive portion of the pay mix should be. High leverage means an opportunity for higher pay variability relative to target pay. In a move that reverberated through the business world and the HR interwebs, Google companies or Google employees get a fixed segment, which is normal salary, and a variable segment, which is a bonus, and the average salary of Google employee is $128,000 per year, or around $10,700 per month. There are three types of bonus that Google offer to their staff, which are: first, peer bonus. These are the bonus of $150, which the employees can transfer to one of their colleges, and the only criteria to extend which the employee has contributed to Google's development. And the second one is performance bonus. This bonus is defined based on three variables, which are the employee's job position, their performance, and a multiplier rate that can be 15% or more of the fixed payroll. And the third one is collective bonus. These bonus are awarded periodically to all Google employees based on the various bonus programs in operation throughout the multinational various divisions. For instance, in 2007, all employees received a vacation bonus of $1,000, and in 2010, the CEO Google offered an increase of 10% of salary as a collective bonus. I give you an example of two graphs here for two different departments but in the same position, which is manager position. So here, first we have engineering department that shows that the average Google group for engineering manager earns $251,667 annually, which includes a base salary of $210,000 with a $41,000 bonus. This total compensation is $83,000 more than the US average for a group engineering manager. Hence, group engineering manager salaries at Google can range from $180,000 to $300,000 with equity ranging from $150K. And the other one is product department. The graph indicates that the average Google product manager earns $198,000 annually, which includes a base salary of $158,000 with a $39,985 bonus. This total compensation is $82,000 more than the US average for a product manager. Therefore, product manager salaries at Google can range from $180,000 to $500,000 with equity ranging from 0 to 100K. Next is pay structure. Pay structures are vital and are important component of effective compensation programs and help to ensure that pay levels for groups of jobs are competitive externally and equitable internally. A balance should be struck between external and internal pay equity. A well-designed salary structure allows management to reward performance and skills development while controlling overall base salary costs by providing a gap on the range paid for particular jobs or locations. External pay structure is employees' pay compared to those holding similar positions in other places that are outside the company. The major external factors that affect pay structure includes area pay rates, labor market conditions, collective bargaining, government legislations, and cost of living. On the other hand, internal pay structure is an array of pay rates for different work of skills within an organization. The structure is created by analyzing the number of levels, differentials in pay between the levels, and the criteria used to determine those differences. Along with this, for Google company, the average employee earns a yearly salary of $147,426 per year, but different jobs can earn drastically different salaries. To get a better sense of the salaries at Google, a research conducted by our group on internet to find out a data on an average Google salaries by department. As for information, salaries at Google differ depending on the department or organizational function. So here is what we got from Google's a top 10 highest salary in Google company. And the salary is differ from each department, and as you guys can see, the highest rank for salary is dominated by engineering department, followed by R&D and other department. So from here, it is clearly that an organization should have a proper internal and external pay structure in order to support the organization's strategy, since the effectiveness of both of the pay structure will constitute employee satisfaction and fairness. External pay structure must be designed in a way that ensure employees are rewarded fairly in respect to those who undertake similar jobs in other organizations. Hence, the employees feel motivated and give their best performance in order to achieve the organization's goal. Besides, internal pay structure is required to support the workflow of the organization. A proper internal pay structure will comprise knowledge, skills, abilities, and other characteristics that are required for a particular job. Therefore, employees will tend to identify their responsibilities well and tend to accomplish it within a given period. Thus, an internal pay structure supports the organization's workflow and could maintain the consistent performance standard, and external pay structure allows an organization to recruit the best talent, motivate and retain them in a company.
Assalamualaikum, my name is Zulaika binti Zainal and I will explain to you about software that been used by Google in compensation and benefit. So there are three main practices that help Google with their compensation and benefit, which is predictive modeling, the P-Lab, and calculating the value of top performers. So the first one is predictive modeling, where this is the company use what if analysis in order to forecast the management people are coming, and also opportunities in order to use to produce more effective workforce planning in the company. So they also can forecast the employee retention by look into their historical data and using it to make informed data-driven prediction. Second is the P-Lab, where it is a lab that conduct an experiment in order to determine the most effective approaches for managing people and also maintaining a productive environment. Or in a simple word, it is a place for research and development within people operation to improve human resource. Third is calculating the value of top performers, where the executive are persuaded to allocate the resources that are required to recruit, retain, and develop remarkable talent by demonstrating the value of top performers. Then they also have additional practice that Google have made. So in 2021, Google announced a new location tools where the employee can calculate the pay and benefits of remote working. So in this system, the employee can know how their location will affect their salary. Since the pandemic grew for these 2 years, so the company create this system for their employee so that they can still work from home. So for instance, Google employee pay may be reduced if they request a relocation to small market or one outside. So they will receive remuneration in line with local price if they want to remain in major cities like New York and San Francisco. So the conclusion is Google is a big company and have a good compensation that we can see through compensation and benefit, pay level, pay structure, pay mix, and also their software that been used in compensation and benefits. So to make it simple, in their compensation and benefit, where they are providing a bonus to their employee annually and also to attract new employees. So in terms of pay level, there are 11 level of job position and each of them have a different pay level. So next, for pay mix, there are base pay, incentive, that can help to receive the reward proposition for the employee at different level of performance. And also, they have 3 types of bonus that offered by Google, which is peer bonus, performance bonus, and also collective bonus. So then, for pay structure, there are 2, which is external and internal, where that can manage the employee payment based on external factor and also different skill or different work in the company. So next is about software that been used for compensation and benefit. So there are 3 practices that can help Google in compensation and benefit.